Yo, what's going on YouTube? And welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte. We are taking a look today at the Dallas Stars. The Dallas Stars, man, how the mighty have fallen. A team that went to the Western Conference Final, went to the Stanley Cup Final, actually. They lost to the Tampa Bay Lightning in the finals, and now they look to be a team that will miss the postseason this year. We'll be taking a look at that in this video. If you guys like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey, want to help us hit 1,000 subscribers, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and an even bigger subscribe down below. And let's take a look at the Dallas Stars. So let's get right into it. So we're taking a look today at the Dallas Stars and the NHL standings. So let's start there. So looking at the Central Division, you've got the Tampa Bay Lightning at the top, Florida Panthers, Carolina Hurricanes, and then to Chicago Blackhawks. Now, we're looking at Chicago today specifically, first off, because, God, there's a 9-point gap between Chicago and Carolina. But the bigger thing is Dallas. If they make the postseason, where do they have to be? And ideally, right now, you have to be where Chicago is. And they are currently 8 points back up to Chicago Blackhawks. Now, here's the other thing to keep in mind. They're 5 points back of Chicago and Columbus. Columbus is 6 points ahead of the Dallas Stars. Chicago is 8 points ahead. So there is still ground to be made up there. So if the games played were the same, and let's say Dallas were to go on a 5-game winning streak, they would have 10 points. They would be in the playoffs right now. But because of, obviously, their bug situation and snowstorms randomly in Dallas, they are a couple games back, and that seems to be their biggest deterrent. But the problem is you look at where they sit overall, and the thing is their last 10 games. The last 10 games, they are 3-4-3, which means if they stay at this pace, they will miss the postseason, even if they make up all their games. So the problem for the Dallas Stars here is you're looking at a team that just, I hate to say it, isn't getting enough complimentary goal scoring. And I'll be looking at that here in a second. So we're looking at their top point producers. And by far and away, it is Joe Pavelski. Joe Pavelski leads the team in points. He's got 27 points on the season. And John Klingberg is the second closest at 18. Rupe Hintz, Jason Robertson, Jamie Benn, Dennis Gurianov, Miro Heiskanen, Alex Radulov, Jason Dickinson, they all fall into line behind Joe Pavelski and John Klingberg. And then the other thing you have to really look at too is where do they sit with their goals and goals against and all that stuff. So goals for, they're actually 25th in the league. That's the issue. They're not getting enough goal scoring. They only have 74 goals on the season, and their goals against is actually solid. They're only giving up 71 goals so far this season. That is 6th best in the NHL. That's due to good goaltending, more than likely, and a good defensive structure, which Dallas has both of. Let's take a look at the goaltending. So you've got Anton Khudobin and Jake Ottinger. So Jake Ottinger actually is playing really well. He's already played 15 games this season. He's already played more than Anton Khudobin. He has a .913 save percentage, which is pretty solid. And Anton Khudobin still has a plus .900 save percentage, a .907 save percentage. So still pretty solid overall. Again, you'd wish they were a little bit better stats, but again, .913 save percentage for a rookie goaltender. Jake Ottinger is doing just fine for the Stars, but the problem is the lack of goal scoring has been an issue, and the lack of games overall. And you saw last night they played the Detroit Red Wings, and they lost that game, and you could tell they were lacking confidence. They didn't seem like the Dallas Stars we saw in the spring or in the fall of last year going to the Stanley Cup Final. They looked like a measly team. Does Ben Bishop and Tyler Seguin really make that big of a difference for the Dallas Stars? I think they do. I mean, to answer that question, directly, that's pretty much the situation. Losing those two guys has really, really hurt the Dallas Stars, and I don't know if they could get themselves out of this hole yet. I think the problem is there's a chance. There's an opportunity for hope because we see teams like Columbus, Nashville, and Chicago, who are all ahead of the Dallas Stars, looking like they want to be sellers at this year's deadline, which means the Dallas Stars still have a legitimate chance this year. But the problem is the Dallas Stars have to take care of their own business and find a way to get in. And I hate to say it, they're kind of relying on other teams falling. And if you're doing that to make up that 8 to 10 point ground, It can happen, but the problem is it's becoming too little too late. And the sooner they wait, the Dallas Stars themselves will become sellers at this year's deadline. So guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What do you think of the Dallas Stars? Do you think they could still make the postseason this year? Or do you think they're just going to see this as a season where, we're going to see what happens if we miss the playoffs, whatever. We're not going to have full attendance in the stands anyway, so it doesn't really matter if we make the playoffs. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And if you guys like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey and want to see the latest news around the NHL, you guys know what to do. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and even bigger subscribe down below, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.